So somebody wasn't very giving to you, Sagittarius. You have the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. This is about you, Sagittarius. Really, you were trying to give to somebody else that you actually liked. When I say give, you're trying to show love, right? To show love, right, is the spirit of giving, okay? So you were trying to give, and they were taking it very much so for granted. The Ten of Cups and the Two of Pentacles represents, that's the same reason why you, Sagittarius, were getting to know somebody recently and you stopped talking to them, was because you were the one that was giving, right? And it was supposed to be like this, the Two of Pentacles, but they weren't giving. They were more so interested in taking, but not giving back. And the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords represents, and you know this, right? King of Pentacles is you, the Nine of Swords is them, or I should say more so specifically the situation. You started to feel very used, disrespected, because you were the one that was giving. And like I said, they were the ones that was just taking exclusively. So it feels super disrespectful, you know, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody and it just seems like the relationship or the interaction that you're having is one-sided. So the Knight of Cups is about how it is that you, Sagittarius, realized this and you stopped talking to them. You went on about your way. So the Four of Pentacles now and the Page of Cups is about how, so you're back out here trying to get to know somebody. And, you know, when I say know somebody, I don't mean anyone in particular. I mean people in general, right? Out here trying to date again. And the Four of Pentacles represents, obviously, you want something stable. Very much so stable-minded. But the Page of Cups represents you really do have to watch out for being a little bit too closed off, because you might end up not meeting anybody. So you really want to just watch out for that type of mentality. Make sure that you're not scared. You know, you're not playing scared. You know, make sure that when you are dating, you're not dating just so that you don't get hurt. You actually play to win. You date to meet someone that is good for you, that's a good fit for you. And the thing about it is that the Four of Swords, right, represents, don't worry about the relationships that need to be put to an end, right? Don't worry about that stuff, because you may be too preoccupied with you may be too preoccupied with what it is that you're getting out of it, right? Just because some people were disrespectful and they took everything that you may have given to them for granted, or you would have offered to them for granted. But you don't have to do any of that type of stuff, okay? You don't. The Eight of Swords, right? The Eight of Swords is about how you just have to pay attention to what's the most important thing. Making sure that you get yourselves into a functional relationship, and don't sweat the small stuff. If you have to go through some ingrates, then go through those ingrates. The Eight of Swords, however, is about and just be clear with what it is that you want. You know, clear communication is a huge factor that makes or breaks any relationship, no matter what it is. No matter if it's romantic, friendship, family, acquaintances, people that you know from the job. Doesn't matter what it is. Clear communication can make or break it. So you really want to pay attention for that. Now let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the the Ten of Cups. Six of Pentacles, right? You were giving. Three of Wands, but they didn't take it. They didn't appreciate it, so you had to leave. Okay, the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. So you're now trying to get to know new people. Okay, right? But you know what it is that you're looking at, so you're trying to get to know new people because you realize that staying with a person that isn't even going to appreciate everything that you are giving to them is not worth it in the first place. Very true. So a lot of you Sagittarius have a better understanding of when it's a good idea to stay with somebody and when it's not. So let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Ten of Wands, the Death card, Six of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So again, to clarify the Four of Pentacles, right? The Ten of Wands, you know, whenever it is that you see some difficulty that people are giving to you, you kind of have to look at it for what it is, right? You know, if people are going to give you some difficulties immediately, then it's probably a red flag, as you see with the Six of Swords, right? The Death card and the Six of Swords represents just that, okay? Okay, you have to become better at seeing what a red flag is and how to identify it. Or I should say you have become better at that. And that you realize, because of the fact that you've gotten better at it, you realize now when is a good idea to stay with a person and when it's not. So you saw that this person wasn't very giving back. They didn't give, right? It's not like they, you know, had something to give back. I'll tell a person straight up, at this current point in my life, I'll tell somebody straight up, I am the brokest man in the Western Hemisphere. Ain't that some unappealing stuff? I am the brokest man in the Western Hemisphere. Shoot, all I got is some good stuff, if you know what I mean, and some buffalo wings, and I'm hard pressed for buffalo wings. So I'm gonna let, you know, all tied up in investments. So, you know, so when you're honest like that, right? When you're honest like that, when you put yourself out there like that, and you know what time it is with you, people can't play you because you telling people what it is. Look, you know, tied up in investments. So the Hanged Man now represents, as a result, right? That'll help you become more patient, and it'll make it easier for you because you know you have a better understanding of what you identify with. And what I mean by that is what it is that you're looking for, right? And it keeps things into perspective. I'm not trying to meet some supermodel or whatever the case may be. If any one of the people who I would date is looking for a person with some money, I do not fit that category. I'm letting y'all know I don't fit that. So let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Tied up in investments, like I said. So to clarify the Eight of Swords, you have the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Tower. To clarify the Eight of Swords, right? The Moon represents having to learn now. Your next challenge is for you, Sagittarius, to learn to walk away from relationships that it cause heartbreak to walk away from. A lot of you Sagittarius have to learn to start loving yourselves or taking care of yourself more, right? Self-care, by learning that if a person does not want to put in any kind of effort with you, then, you know, it's okay at the end of the day. And will it hurt? If you care about them, sure it will. But it won't hurt as much if you keep putting energy and effort into a person and they don't show you any kind of love back. The Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is about, because at the end of the day, it's about the value that you provide for yourself and the other person, you know? And the two of you provide value to each other because you're doing it for yourself and you're doing it for the other person, and they're doing it for themselves and you as well. So the both of you benefit. It's like coming to a table, right? A Thanksgiving table. Do you eat first what it is that you've cooked? No, because you know it's going to be good. So how you feed yourself is the both of you take a little bit of what y'all made and you put it on your plate, and then you eat, right? And it's the same way when it comes to a relationship. If these people are not showing you any kind of attraction or love back, stay away from them. And then the Tower is about how you should like this new level of transparency, because a lot of you Sagittarius are smart, but even though a lot of you Sagittarius are smart, you know, I just feel like a lot of you Sagittarius are a living example of how you can be so intelligent and still get caught up when it comes to emotions and games. So a lot of you got to really understand that this is a transitional time for you that's really for your own empowerment. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Feel free to watch any more of my Sagittarius videos. Feel free to watch any of my videos at all. Thank you. Peace. See you Monday.